Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Duluth, Minnesota. As Charlotte Sullivan has been, well, told to rendezvous in a certain place outside the Sept. She drives for a while. Again, it's quiet. It's out of the way. She doesn't go into the heart of the city itself. No, she instead heads out towards a small, but it's not a bar. I would say it's more kind of a warehouse. As you pull up, it's again on the outskirts, close to Sept itself, but it's very far removed. You've never really noticed it really until now, and maybe that's the point. As you pull up, the uneasy feeling kind of rockets your stomach a bit as you see the man that you know as Vincent waiting outside smoking a cigarette. He doesn't say much. In fact, he just stares at you as you're getting out of your car, walking up to him. Again, the eerie silence as it's about 4 in the afternoon. You're wondering why the hell are you going out this late into town, but then again, you don't really question why the Shadow Lords are putting you to work and things when you have that pit of dread that's in your stomach. As we join Charlotte, as Vincent finally says to her, as the cigarette comes out of his mouth slowly, creating this almost eerie haze, "You're late."
Late? How am I late?
By 2 minutes.
Kind of pitches him that the tiniest bit of the really face, but doesn't protest further. I'll be 2 minutes early next time.
Good. I expect so. Head inside. He'll push open the door, makes the grinding against grinding metal.
Oh boy. That's not a cringeworthy noise. Just as a rule of thumb. Yeah, she kind of does the ugh face, but yeah, goes on in.
You head on in. And you see it's a standard warehouse. There's a few computers set up, boards with various maps, points in them. You can see various things, various files scattered around. Two people, one of them you recognize as Jenny, and another man kind of sitting there. Right, the other man is writing something. Jenny is kind of idly playing with her hands. As you hear the door slow close shut behind you.
I get some WD-40s out of the question, huh?
Turns and looks there as he flicks on the light, and more lights come on.
Ooh.
This is what we mainly use, and it keeps out of the way.
Yeah, it's definitely out of the way. Kind of nodding along, looking around the place now that the lights are up.
And it looks like more like, again, warehouse, strategic plan. You see various, again, even more. You can see your name pinned onto a post as well. You see Juno's name. You see several names of members of the Sept. See, like, with strings attached to each members, each this. It's very comprehensive.
She will not take undue extreme interest in any of it because that is just a good way to call attention to what she's paying attention to. So no, she just takes it in, a lot of it, trying not to, linger too long on any one particular thing. Glances back.
Well, go meet the team before we head out. I know Anton is not here. He's busy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll saunter in. Got her shoulder bag so she can actually bring a proper laptop this time. But yeah, she'll head over, lift a hand to Jenny.
Jenny meekly leaning her head down, very nervous, as the second man turns and looks at you. And this picture finally loads. There you go.
Oh god, I need to actually look at things. Why do I have this minimized? Is that... Who the fuck is that? that guy. Okay, yeah. Sorry, she will head over, offer out a hand.
Stands up slowly as he finishes that writing. You see the pen just slide on the paper as he just stands up and sticks out his hand. Charlotte Sullivan, right?
Uh, yeah.
Cool. Undergrowth.
Good to meet you.
Nods. Gives you like just measuring glance up and down.
What, am I a little short for a stormtrooper?
You have nicer hair than they said you did.
What? Kind of picks up a hand or her hair. Shoots a glance back to Vincent. Actually, shoots a glance over to the board. It's like, is this a really bad photo of her?
Yeah.
She just kind of shoots a glance to Vincent, shoots a glance at the board, and kind of squinty eyes for a second, like, oh, no, I see how it is.
It's mid-derp Maria, essentially.
Oh, that's not even fair.
Smirks as he sits back down.
So, Philodox?
Theurge.
Oh. Then let me guess, you've got to be at least a Fostern, right? That seems to be kind of the trend.
Fostern. We normally get recruited when we're cleats. Rise up the chain, you know.
Yep, like you do.
Mm-hmm. Except for poor Jenny. Jenny gives us Mika like, yeah, I'm the kinfolk. You know what I mean? Smile.
I mean, hey. If you're the only kinfolk around, you must be the only one worth having around, right? Thumbs up.
Meek smile.
Little grin.
So, you're on the team.
Yep, seems like.
Oh, sit down.
And she'll kind of glance around for what I imagine are
Yeah, there's
pretty
various.
cursory, like rolly chairs or something.
There's shitloads of rolly chairs. Like he's just swinging idly in one.
Yeah, she'll glance around, find the nearest one, and snag a hold of it, pull it up under her butt. So what's the deal?
Did from my amazingly stoic buddy Vincent tell you what the plan is?
No, not at all. Not even a word.
Nods to himself, like as he's opening up, like lifting back over the piece of paper, like you just see written on his face, like that's to be expected.
I mean, well, I know he's a real chatterbox and all.
He can hear you.
Grins back.
Vincent stares at you like the immeasurable wall of nothingness that he is.
Yeah, no, she shoots a grin back. She doesn't give a shit. Figures good-natured ribbing is kind of par for the course.
Well, where we collect mainly and oversee. We also gather information. However, mainly what you're doing with us would be collection and gathering. See, certain kinfolk are not paying debts, certain people are not paying debts, and a few things in the city need to be observed and watched, and just to make sure everything is kosher. That's the starter basis, at least.
I mean, there's a lot to watch. There seems to be a lot of shit creeping, so...
True, that's why you're assigned to specific areas.
Oh boy.
Mainly you're going to be working collection today with our dear old buddy Vincent over there. Vincent just smokes, staring. The amazing, charismatic man that he is. Keeps writing.
And you said we're doing this with kinfolk?
Some kinfolk, yes. Is that a problem?
Just kind of a surprise, really.
Kinfolk need money. They sometimes take out a lot of debts. We make sure that debt is overseen, so nobody gets in trouble.
She kind of rocks back in the rolly chair. Suppose so. Just...
I mean, which would you rather have? Us? Points at himself and you? Or some wild fucker like Marcel collecting a debt?
Yeah, fair point. I just figure it kind of balances out with how many of them have to take out 2 jobs just to keep us afloat.
Pretty much. Sometimes, now granted, you're going to have to get a bit rough. Not with the kinfolk, but sometimes you're going to have to crack a few skulls in order to get the money out of some of them. But that's not your job.
Well, that's heartening.
I want to see your negotiation skills. And I want to see your info gathering.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because by the rate you're going at, he frowns. I don't know if you're in a pack yet or not. Looks at the board. Currently, no. As far as we know, he'll look at the sly smirk on his face at her. Almost, you can tell he's teasing.
She gives him that eyebrow waggle. Like, ooh, it's such a mystery. Like, just being a dork.
However, it's going to come in handy, particularly if you're going to branch out into the city.
I'm not gonna lie, there's not a whole lot of them who are game for branching into the city anyways.
Well, we need people who can lead the charge then, Miss Sullivan.
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, I hear you and your boyfriend are looking for a place.
Well, that's just rude.
That's what I heard.
Not a whole lot of people heard it. If she does glance back at Vincent again, like, you motherfucker.
No, don't look at him. It's all in the finances as he's writing.
The finances, I haven't done anything financial in that regard. We haven't even gone looking.
But you've been asking.
Eh.
And kinfolk talk. It wasn't your boyfriend, if that's any consolation. He'll start writing.
She just kind of grins about it. It's not the most tender of information that could be found out, so she's just kind of being sporting about it. Token protest. Gotta happen.
But yourself, Jenny, and Vincent will be heading in. Jenny is the watcher. She, feels out things, so she'll be pointing out where you guys got to go, what you guys got to check out. Collection is simple. There's one case that we're having a bit of trouble with. Since you're the newbie, you smirk.
No, since I'm the newbie, I get the hard one. Seems fine.
We need a fresh pair of eyes.
Okay.
Let's just say some of the kinfolk, they've been paying. But there's something wrong. I've sensed it. It's not quite wormish, it's something else.
Yeah?
Yeah. The connections are slowing and they're becoming far more distant.
She kind of finally leans forward a little. What do you mean by distant?
Well, they turn up and pay, but less and less of them turn up. They seem to be talking about a few people, and there's always another person turning up right after we do. Now, apparently, from what one of the kinfolk freely told us, who says he's writing, apparently that person is connected to something else.
Are they getting like... Ugh. Are they getting, I don't know, kind of disinterested, distracted, type distant?
Nods.
Oh, well, fuck.
So, the person comes over around the same time tonight, so while you finish your rounds and collect, well, it's time to put those observational skills to use.
They got a name for this guy?
Leonardo da Villa.
Oh, well, shit.
Leonardo comes same time every time. Now, what I want to make sure is, if you're going to snatch him alive. If you think it's pleasable, of course. I'll be in the Umbra somewhere. And Vincent has my ear. And Jenny is the watcher. You don't put her at risk.
I mean, she kind of looks over to Jenny. I mean, if this is anything like the last time some bullshit like this happened, maybe you don't want to put her there at all.
We've checked it out. It's not one of them. Takes a long drag of a cigarette. It's a chain, if you get me.
Not really. Limited exposure.
It's a chain. So, we're going to wrangle the chain a bit and see what slithers around.
Awesome.
You got a problem with any of this?
Nope, just a bad feeling.
Good. Collect what you need. There's some weapons down in the corridor, and if you feel like you need some. But do what you got to do. We'll be heading out in about 10.
Yep. Okay. And with a cursory dismissal like that, she'll pop up out of her seat and head over, check out this corridor, see what all's in here.
Everything from shotguns to a sniper rifle to basic handguns. You know what I mean? It's not a lot, but it serves its purpose type of deal.
Damn.
Now, it's not like there's walls of sniper rifles. There's like one or two, you know.
No, but it's still like a proper armory that involves firearms. Even if they're like standard shit, it's still like hot shit, some firearms. Let me be a jerk real fast.
Go ahead.
That, and that.
Just do it.
Checking these weapon charts. She'll snag a heavy revolver. That seems silly.
Taking the Magnum area.
Yep. Fuck it. She hasn't really handled rifles so much, and a revolver's easier to get out and use, so yeah. Take one of the heavy revolvers, get a body holster for it. She's a little on the small side. Putting it like on the hip or something is going to kind of show. So she'll body holster it, throw her jacket on over top.
Yeah, he's just standing up. Jenny just seems to, the three of them seem to load up pretty quickly, you know. Vincent finishes his cigarette and they begin to head towards the door. Are you trying to talk to any of them? Jenny seems to be the last one. She's picking up files and putting them in a satchel type deal.
And she will actually pause while she's in that little armory room and not really under observation per se. And just pulls out her phone and shoots, because she's a dork and a kid. Will shoot sketch a text basically being like, I'm going to be in town today, so I'll try to hit you up for dinner after I'm done working.
You get a smiley face emoji.
And yeah, then she'll roll out. Probably, yeah. Kind of just pick up pace next to Jenny since she's trailing at the back. Hey.
Nervously looking down. Oh, hi.
Sorry, I kind of pushed on you so hard before.
It's fine. You didn't know.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a dick. So
it is. It's fine. It happens.
Yeah, I suppose. Still.
So.
Just, I have no idea who the fuck we're about to be side-eyeing. Just don't straight on eyeball lock him, okay?
I don't. I stay at the back and keep things quiet while the guru do their business.
That is because you are smart as fuck.
It's the role. I have to make sure I am the eyes, if you get me.
I mean, it's all new terminology to me, but
people don't question, you know?
Yep.
just nods and very, again, nervously. As you all step out into basically what looks to be one, it's like a black BMW essentially. Vincent tries in the driver's seat. Undergrowth sits in the shotgun. Jenny sits in the back.
Yep, she'll plop into the other side of the back.
You drive out for a while, and you come to you drive out and you pass through the city lights. As you know, it's just getting around 5 or 6 now, and you pull outside a series of apartment complexes. Undergrowth will calmly turn. Floor 1 through 2 is where you and Vince will be collecting.
How many stops are you making?
10. Looks at Vincent. 9. Vincent nods back. 9 stops.
Jesus.
Do the routine run. Do what you need to do, and wait around and don't be seen. I'll be in the Umbra. Jenny's going to be keeping watch, and she'll be our getaway driver if things go bad. Leonardo turns up around 8.
Okay.
So.
I assume these are pretty par for the course. Knock, knock. Get handed your shit and keep going.
Nods.
Well, most of them, anyways.
Most of them. If people refuse to pay, you're going to have to negotiate or whatever you seem to do. Vincent will be letting you handle some, he'll handle others.
Okay.
Well, keep it airtight. You have your phone as well. Hit the emergency dial and we'll all hear it.
Yep. Gotcha.
And he just vanishes. Vincent turns. Are you ready?
Yep. Let's do it. Just, I guess, show me how it's done. And she just goes ahead and pops out of the back seat.
Vincent climbs out. Jenny, you see Jenny climb into the driver's seat essentially, and you start walking into the apartment. The first two, when you climb in, again, it's not the nicest apartment. It's a bit run down. The first two, you knock on the door. They see who you are. They hand the money immediately. The third one, you can tell they don't have the money. It's written plain as day all over their face. They look point blank, terrified. He's a short man, got a hat, scruffy hair sticking out from the sides. He's about mid-40s. You can see a woman trying to rush a family into the back rooms as Vincent just stands there very coldly and kind of looks at you, obviously being the more pleading one. He's like, "No, please, we got to pay extra for gas this month, and there's no money."
And admittedly, this is completely out of her wheelhouse so far. She's actually was half expecting Vincent to take the first, but
Vincent looks at you. You can handle this one. Let's see what you're capable of. The man looks point blank fucking terrified then when Vincent says that.
What's the normal pay period? Once a month?
He'll turn as the man kind of stands there awkwardly, and Vincent will say, "Once a month, but the interest will go up by 10%.
You gonna be able to make both next month with that? Like, she's looking at him very frankly, like, are you even capable of doing this?
He gonna lie. He gonna lie for his life, Katie. Werewolf. Nice.
Gonna do.
Wow. Wow.
Activate a thing.
Look at that, Katie. It's a baller light roll.
Need to see if it actually pinged. Not sure it's any better than just checking for a lie. I remember thinking it was kind of terrible.
What are you doing, Truth Guy?
Yeah, let me check it. It's helps if I'm in the right place. But yeah. So it's rolling intelligence empathy. The difficulty is his manip sub, which is what I assume that dice pool was. So diff 3.
His manip sub together would be diff 5. I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's diff 5. 3 manipulation, 2 subterfuge.
Then why didn't he roll his whole pool to lie?
That is his whole pool. 5 dice. 3 plus 2 is 5.
You only... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. I was like, what the fit? Okay. So...
Look how much success he got.
It's
a pretty good lie.
Empathy is 3. 5, 6. Diff 5. That GIF activates like a boss.
Wow. Hot diggity dog. I mean, yeah. It's a very good lie. You can give him credit, but
it's a lie as fuck.
Yeah. 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 Pretty much.
What kind of work are you doing?
I work in a factory. I press plates for cars and all that.
So it's hourly wage.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can pull some serious overtime, there's no way that's going to add up.
Pales. He pales so fucking hard.
And she mulls it over. It's not like she doesn't want him to make it. I'm assuming these are just normal humans, right?
Yeah, he's point blank terrified of the two of you. He's nearly close to shitting his pants.
She'll glance back to Vincent. Is there any alternative work? Maybe a little less scrupulous, but something that needs doing, and maybe get him some extra pay? Or a little forgiveness?
Let's see how much
of we need anyways.
Let's see how much of a dick Vincent is today. Okay. There is an option.
There's the kind of go on gesture.
This man will be able to work for us in some of our more construction-based enterprises. However, once he works from us, that portion of the debt will be cut from his wages until he is able to facilitate pay every month.
Are you going to be able to make enough to do that and still eat?
The hours will be longer, but he should be fine.
Turns a glance to this guy. Like, this is the biggest bone I can throw.
The guy takes it immediately, like, yes, please. You know what I mean? Because every time he looks to Vincent, he thinks he's going to die. You know what I mean? He takes it immediately, like, yes. Like shaking your hand way too enthusiastically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's trying not to get too involved in it, but kind of nods. Any particular note we need to take? Calls we need to make?
He gives his name, and Vincent will turn. That will be handled later.
Nods. Congratulations on the new work.
Shakes your hand way too enthusiastically again.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like he's close to kissing your hand at this stage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she will just try to, let's just disengage, because this whole thing is gross, and this poor guy doing this is gross, and she would like her hand back, and yeah, you're like, well, good job, buddy, and goes to disengage, let the guy close the door.
He closes the door quite rapidly. You can hear rapid running inside, and this will turn very calmly to look at you. Negotiation and bartering, that's your style. I see.
I mean, you're not going to get anything out of him with the alternative, so why not solve
Depends.
two problems at once?
Shrugs. Depends on the method, really. But that's each their own.
I don't see
These
an
don't-
alternative method that doesn't either keep him from working or break the litany.
Keeps walking.
Didn't you? She just falls right back into step.
The next two places are, again, hand over the money. These are kinfolk, so they're even more nervous. They're Shadowlord kinfolk and Bone now. They hand over the money. The next room, the guy is quite clearly does not have his money. He does not have a homeable job. He's been laid off and all that. This is where Vincent literally walks up and just, with the palm of his hand, it just strikes him straight in the face. It's cold, it's fast, and the guy like crumbles onto the floor.
Is this Kin?
Yep. Shadowlord Kin.
She just kind of clenches her jaw and waits to see if he continues to follow up for the
He
moment.
starts to the Kin starts to beg, and Vincent will very calmly fix his jacket and touch his palm. Because you have not paid in 2 months, Dimitri, we take things from your house until you can pay. You were told to get a job you did not, yet you've been using. You can roll perception alertness, Katie.
Gonna. That is dog shit.
You don't see anything. You can see obviously the drug paraphernalia. I'm not that, but you don't see. Yeah, no, you don't see it. You just see drug paraphernalia spread about. The house is not the greatest. And he'll turn very calmly to Charlotte. Vincent will. Go see what he. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to roll investigation because if the paraphernalia is out as if recently used, it means he's probably got drugs there. And it does him good, and they're probably worth a good chunk of money. It's better that he doesn't have them. So, let's see if I can root out where he's hidden some shit. I root the fuck out of his drug drops.
So, before even Vincent turns to you, you start walking in. You poke around, you kick a few things around, you eventually pull open a drawer, and that is a brick of cocaine. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. She is going to commandeer that and continue looking. Because for all she knows at this rate, he's got like heroin in here. That is fucking cocaine. He's not using a little, he's using hard.
You open the door accidentally, and you see he's about 14. He looks terrified when you open the door, like runs and hides behind the wall.
She just closes her eyes for a second. Is this like a bedroom? Like there's no other exit? She just closes her eyes for a second. And closes the door and lets a breath out. And she will keep an ear for it, but starts walking back into the other room, leaning on the door frame. Holds out the brick for Vincent.
Vincent takes it, stares.
Does he have family?
He does.
Okay.
A son and a daughter. The daughter is currently working 2 late-night shifts to help with the debt, and the son is barely in school. The daughter is originally meant to be going to college.
They using?
No. Not to my knowledge, anyway. The daughter seems more, if anything, she probably would be considering it due to the amount of stress this has put under her. Kick. Like, it kicks the guy straight in the jaw. Like, the guy backs up into the wall.
The wince.
I have promised to take care of your son and daughter, and I gave them good chances, and what have you done with their money? Looks at the cocaine. you've been passing and using without my consent. The guy keeps begging, and like, I mean, he's at Marcel's feet. Not Marcel. Fucking Vincent's feet. Yeah. Vincent's feet.
She's going to start picking up his various things for using. Like, I don't even know how it all goes, but I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of needle kits and stuff like that. It's all getting taken. Probably, in fact, she'll even go into his kitchen, grab out a trash bag, and start pitching it in there. Because she doesn't want to carry this in her bag.
He starts sweating and begging, and you know what I mean? Like, I can get the money, and I can do it, like, please, all that type of stuff.
Could have at least thought of them. Keep this shit out of your house, man. What kind of example are you setting?
He'll kneel down. The next time you spend any money on your drugs, and your daughter doesn't go to college, or your son doesn't get the graduation, I'm gonna beat you to death, Dimitri. Charlotte Sullivan and I will beat you to death and leave you in an alleyway, dosed up on heroin so your kids will think that you died from a drug overdose. The guy actually does piss himself at that, because it's just so coldly and matter-of-factly.
Here is the thing. I want to see how earnest Vincent is about this threat.
Roll Peony.
I'm gonna. How real is he right now? That he would just off a kinfolk?
Very real. It's written all over his face. He would do it. He would off a kinfolk who is doing this to his family within a heartbeat. In fact, with that number of successes, he is disgusted by this whole thing. His normally cold, callous face is just, it's written all over him. He's disgusted. In fact, I better actually roll for him.
Oh god, did he take rage?
He did.
Oh boy.
And the willpower? He's angry. He's very visibly angry. But it's more disgust, if anything. And he is very serious. He would do it.
Trying to like just kind of for the moment, she lets him keep on, but she'll head back to that bedroom, and actually reach into her bag.
Okay.
And this time more calmly, and just kind of calmly opens that door. She's not gonna knock. She just, not in a rush, not in a violent way, just kind of opens the door, steps in, glances around the corner where this kid disappeared.
Hiding. You see several books on chemistry and all that type of stuff. The guy's obviously studying hard. They don't have a lot of money. It's written all over his face. It's struggling. There's even, roll me in perception alertness.
I will roll your perception alertness. Yeah. It's decent. It's two.
You can see he has the father's bills in his room. Right, by the looks of things, he's underlined of like how to pay them and like what do they owe and all that type of stuff.
He's like accounting, essentially.
Yep.
And considering that she just came into a butt ton of cash, Chad's gonna walk over to the desk. I imagine that's where the poor kid was sitting when she busted in the first time.
He gets so fucking scared then when you come in.
She doesn't pay any mind to where he's tucked himself. She just walks in. And in a way that'll be very visible, at least for him. It's not a lot, but actually no, because... And actually, you know what? She walks up to the desk and she will actually take a second and pick up the bills and the accounting he's done, the paperwork, and kind of glance it over. And then whatever the textbook that's nearest is sitting there, she just flips up the top cover, pulls out $200 bills, tucks them in, closes the cover again, and just will say to the room, Make sure you're getting your books. Make sure you're getting your lunches. Take care of yourself and don't let him know you have that. And just turns and walks back out of the room.
You hear frantic scrambling. Like, obviously, he's gone to check what the fuck that is. If you get me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She just, goes to walk out, just very calmly closes the door again and walks back into the main room, hoping to God that Vincent has not decided to just smear the guy while she was gone.
Vincent is just staring at him again. He's stomped on him like another time. His eyes are puffy. His nose is clearly broken.
He's not going to be able to get work like that. Come on.
I meant what I said, Dimitri. One more time. He'll very calmly stand up and fix his jacket suit and turn and close the door, walking very coldly towards the next one unless you try to talk to him.
And she'll comment as they're moving on, as they've moved away from the door. You have a system for taking in kids like that?
Yes.
Good.
Why are you offering?
What, me? I figure you guys have something put together better than anything I could do, but if I have to, I mean, he's fucking trying.
Speak to Jenny.
Yeah, just...
She's one of the main heads for our damaged kinfolk and such.
She tries not to mull over the idea that there would be so many that there needs to be someone to manage it. Tries really hard not to dwell on that.
He keeps walking. Guru are creatures of rage, and that rage often is permanent, but even the most stolid of kin can be often as just as bad as a raging guru. Neglect is neglect.
Kinfolk are victim to the exact same shit as anyone else. That kid
Not.
probably should have been out of there ages ago.
He should have been, but I was giving the father a chance. But that's the thing you learn with a junkie. You don't give them chances.
Even with a chance, at least he wouldn't be continuously hurting the kid in the meantime while he was trying to get his shit together, if he could bother to try.
Well, he'll learn. That's the thing about junkies, they always learn, but it's always too late when they do. He fixes his collar.
Tried pitching him into detox?
Yes, twice.
Jesus.
That was not my decision. That was undergrowth. But now I'll be taking the reins. Keeps walking.
Yeah, she just kind of goes quiet and chews it over. Processes.
You knock on the door again. Another door. And woman answer. Basically, he's what, 17, answers. Looks a bit nervous, and his parents are working long fucking hours, and they're up short.
And she'll go through the same rigmarole again, trying to determine where they're working, trying to determine if there is a better alternative for them working. They're going to obviously owe whatever interest, but...
As Vincent's looking around the house, and he leads you in and gets you guys coffee and tea, and it's all very polite. The kid will turn to you and go, if my parents are barely keeping up the mortgage, and if they're stuck there on a big contract, if I give you this money, will you tell him I've paid in full? Just for this month, I can sort it next month. We can.
Are these kin again?
Yep, these are Bonarkin.
And I assume whatever the work is, it's pretty legit. It's just...
Yeah, it's just...
the cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
And she will activate Truth the Guy again. What's my diff?
4.
Okay, and it's... Intelligence. Empathy. So... Are they going to be able to make enough for next month? Looking
Nods.
the
It's
way they
just
are.
it's just Dad broke his leg and we had to readjust some things and the pipes burst and he's telling the truth.
Yeah, she
Just
squints. He break his leg on the job?
no, he fell down the stairs.
Oh,
Rubs
Jesus.
his head awkwardly. He was helping him carry in some stuff and he slipped. Again, truth. It's just looks at Vincent. He's legitimately scared of Vincent. You can just it's right off the fucking bat.
Got a copy of the medical bills?
Yeah.
He just kind of holds out a hand.
He'll stand up and run and comes back like dunk.
I'm assuming you guys are unclaimed or this would have been taken care of.
And we paid the insurance ourselves. You know, we don't have insurance, so we paid it all ourselves.
Oh, God. Takes a glance at the bill.
It's
It's American medical care.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Grimaces. And yeah, she will hold that up. Is Vincent still there in the room or has she been
Just
separated?
inspecting thing. Basically, you can tell he's searching the place to see if there's any other reason why they're not paying.
She will make a point of disengaging long enough to pass him the bill. Because that's accountable.
Yeah, he reads it. You can even see the little small whistle coming from his mouth, like, "Whew, this is acceptable."
Can we just collect whatever the difference is? Accounting for this, he like gestures to the paper.
I'll let this one slide. Just nods his head slowly. Considering you before that have not missed a payment, consider this your one leverage.
And yeah, she will. Is this just a copy of the medical bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, she will actually just pocket it then, so that she has something to bring back for whatever form of accounting they have. She has no idea. They probably keep like a fucking filing cabinet, and she'll have an aneurysm.
You get the impression they do, yeah.
She will have a fucking aneurysm. But that will be then. And on the downside, it's pretty viably glasswalker proof to keep everything on paper. Ugh.
You get the impression that's why.
Yeah. It's rolling around in her head. It's like, oh, they probably keep files. Oh, I can't even ask them to put it on the computer because Carves is a dick. Oh, God, this is gonna suck. But yeah, she just pockets the paper so it can be filed.
You walk back out and close the door, and eventually Vincent goes and leans against basically the balcony railing, looking out. You check your watch. You check your phone. You've got about 15 minutes before it's 8 o'clock, essentially.
Who's he visiting?
Points to the house number 10.
Was this one of the families that could pay? Like which family was this?
This was the Montanez family. They have been paying, but they're becoming more and more distant. Become essentially going off late at night, not coming back. Things seem very strange.
Yep. She kind of starts trotting around, seeing as they have gotten a look into all these apartments. I assume there's a pretty standard. Is this like down on the first floor where it's ground level? Oh, did I lose you? I think I did. Oh, yep, I did. This is the intermission song. Because Torna's computer hates him. No, power outage. Always good. You back, buddy?
Am I back? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, power went out.
That'll happen.
Where was I?
I was asking if this apartment was on the first floor, like the ground floor.
Yes. Yeah, it's the very last one. On the first floor, very last one.
You fucking aced it to fucking fix that shit, didn't you? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna in that interim of time they have is gonna go and see if she can get one of those windows cracked open so that she can keep an ear on what's going on in that apartment when this guy comes around.
Mm-hmm. You can just hear TV being watched. You know, it seems like your standard affair, really. You just hear it's probably like late night talk shows and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, she's just gonna.
Again, Vince just seems to be staring out. You know, smoking a cigarette very coldly.
Yeah, she's just gonna find herself a nice spot over by this here window where she can listen to everything, but is probably leaned against the wall alongside it, so there's like literally no chance of getting spotted. She's just not at an angle where she can be. And how secluded are these apartments and how trashy?
Some decently kept. Some of them aren't. You can tell this is poor to middle class. It depends on. You get the impression it depends on how the people are living. Really, do you know what I mean?
I suppose the real question is the back area here behind the apartments, is it upkept at all, or is it like overgrown in a place that no one with any sense is going to be walking?
A place with no any sense nobody's going to be walking, really.
She'll take a quick glance around for cameras. She doesn't
You can
figure
see
there'll
them.
be cameras
You
outside, but
can see them, but you can see one, and it's the basic design.
well, time to get rid of that.
Okay, what you doing?
You want to spend the willpower into plug and play? And actually, I imagine she's gained willpower by now from Confidant. So, spending, pulling up her phone. Whether or not this thing is Wi-Fi or Bluetooth capable, it is now. And yeah, she's gonna tap into that camera. And actually, if she can tap into a network of them, awesome. Like follow the line.
Yeah, you
And,
can. You can easily enough.
Is this one that can be turned digitally, or should she just click it off?
You click it off is your best bet.
If it's a crappy enough one, the easiest thing to do is just click it off.
Yeah, click it off is your best bet.
Yeah, so she shorts the one around here in the back. But we'll make sure the tablet is muted and pull up the one the one stationed closest to the door of the apartment. There may not be one right there, but something that'll give them a good look at this guy as he's coming in, and hold it so that Vincent can see as well.
You get it enough that it comes like literally you have to enter the door to be heading up the stairs. You get one right as it's coming at the door, so the person will catch that person almost immediately.
Yeah, so she will offer this, like basically hold it out to Vincent in the like, here, take this kind of way.
Stares at it as he's smoking. Good work.
Yeah, hold on to that a sec.
Takes it.
And if this place is completely dilapidated out back, and now there's no camera to worry about, she'll just slowly shuffle her ass down to Lupus, where she has keener senses for the hearing. Stay perched right against the wall.
He just nods. He seems to almost... It's weird, Charlotte. And he takes it and examines it. You look back, and he's hard to fucking see. Not just because of the night, it's shadowy. It's weird. It's really weird. You're like, what the fuck? You know, you have to like really squint with your Lupus eyes before you see him.
She kind of gives the squint, like, the fuck, but there are more important things to worry about, so she will just kind of flop down in the grass to where she doesn't give a silhouette, and yeah, right under this window. Ears pricked.
Steps coming up the stairs. The floor door opens and this man steps out as he's walking along. You can see as he's breathing in the night sky, you see like breath coming out as well as he's walking very calmly.
Yeah, she'll turn a glance up towards where she left Vincent, since he has the tablet in hand and can see this shit better than she can.
You don't see him. Or at least you kind of see a blur of him. You're not fucking sure. You're like, what the fuck?
She, Yep, she'll fuck with that later. It'll be fine. Can she see him from around the back of the apartment? Or I guess through the window?
He knocks on the door. The TV and everything cuts off. Like, the man opens the door and this guy walks in.
Yeah, she'll poke up just enough to get a good look for herself. Ears even slicked back, so there's almost nothing to spot. Never mind that it's dark out.
Roll me a perception primal urge roll.
Gotcha. Helps if I'm in the right thing. Oh, wait. One more die.
Something just went off. It was the way he went. You even hear him go, "Good evening, can I come in?" And the man looks like, who the fuck? And then we'll open the door and just let him in. Just almost instantaneously.
Well, time for me to do a thing. Where is it? What's my role? Auspice. There it is. So gonna make the same roll again. That is Center of the True Form. That's 2 successes.
Okay, I mean, that's a vampire. It's a leech. It's It's this weird aura. Everything's weird. It's like it's dead. He looks human, passes off as human, but he dead.
Well, she's gotten a whiff of someone like that before. She just didn't have a comparison, so had no idea what she was smelling.
Exactly like that. The stench of death.
Oh. She is going to slip around just a touch, tiny little back pedal, so that she can try to soundlessly revert. And reach out for the tablet.
The shadowy hand literally passes you it.
And she will pull up, just a notepad type thing and just click into it. That's a vampire.
Camera footage.
Oh yeah, don't worry. That's getting nabbed too. She'll initially. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay. Oh. You dipped again. Oh, you're there. Yes.
You look at the camera footage.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the camera footage. You see the bully. There are 2 people in there. One is this man as he gets out, but he's talking to somebody. You can't see what they're saying, obviously. It's not that good a quality.
No, she's trying to keep listening through the window.
Sitting in the driver's seat.
Advantage. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm missing bits of what you're saying.
Okay. Up. When you look through the camera footage, the man in the apartment, got out of the car and was still talking to the man in the driver's seat. You get the blurry image of this man talking back to him. He is pale. Paler than moonlight. It's terrifying, and those eyes are just shadowy. But his hair is almost silver.
That face familiar, buddy?
A little bit, yeah. It's those eyes. Those creepy, shadowy eyes. The hair is different. But those eyes, Charlotte. I mean, it's almost like he'll turn and it's almost like he's looking at you through the camera.
Just quickly pulls up that notepad and goes, "That's a vampire, and that's a vampire. Those are vampires." Click, 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 click.
Do you nearly drop? I imagine the shock nearly makes you drop the tablet.
Yeah. She goes kind of shaky hands.
Because as you're pulling away, as the car begins to pull away, you'd swear. The car doesn't pull away, no. Because it looks like it is, but no. You vanished. You saw it. You fucking vanished.
Him and the car?
Just him. The car's still there. You actually look over your head and you see the car's there. He just vanished. Like this wisp of blackness just happened and poof, gone.
She proceeds to type, admittedly typoing several times because she's got the shaky hands. It's like, that's a vampire. That other guy's a vampire. They're vampires. And then it's like, enter, enter. We're fucked. As he disappears.
Vincent nods very calmly. He'll begin to advance towards the door.
She throws a look after him like, are you fucking crazy?
You see someone on the first floor appearing.
She still looks at them like, are you fucking crazy?
Vincent looks over his head. We have a job to do. He keeps walking.
Ooh, she follows kind of carefully after, trying not to make a bunch of noise, but is typing on the tablet as she goes so that she can try to stick it in front of his face one more time.
What are you typing?
That pale one forced both Perfidy and Siege Engine to retreat last time. And sticks it in front of his face.
Frowns at it.
And then
as he's frowning, and
now there are two. Puts it back in front of him.
As he's frowning and all that, the door to the apartment opens.
Where are we in relation to this fucking door?
You reckon if you don't move now, you're going to be seen?
Duh. Nope. Not today, Satan.
Dex stealth. Me dex stealth.
Oh god, not my purview.
Roll for his. Decent stealth dice pool.
That is one whole success as she just kind of, it's the desperate fling around the corner. It's not graceful, but it gets her out of immediate line of sight, essentially.
You think that. As the man opens, wiping his face as the door slowly closes. He turns and frowns. And Charlotte, you don't know where the fuck Vincent just went. He went poof, gone.
There's a mental monologue somewhere along the lines of son of a bitch. She's going to click off the tablet super fast and shove it back in her bag.
It's the head tilt. He's seen you. He just looks at you for a second.
Admittedly, if, what are we saying happened? Because I imagine she, tucked around a corner, but she made way too much noise or something. So she can't necessarily see him looking.
Mm-hmm. There's a lingering silence.
She's just around the corner I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Looking towards the parking lot if it's visible from there.
It is.
That car's still empty, isn't it?
Yep.
The mental monologue is, I'm fucked. I'm super fucked. And,
give me a perception alertness.
Time to start looking for an out.
Give me a perception alertness.
Gotta. That is 2.
Again. Oh yeah. He's in the car.
He's what?
He's in the car.
Which one?
The car in the parking lot.
No, who? The silvery haired
guy? No,
that
this guy.
That guy's in the car?
Yep. You literally just see this black shadow just in the car, and it just forms to him. Looking right at you.
Shit. Yeah, there's that kind of wide-eyed stare for at least a hot second, oh.
He lifts up his phone. Click.
Oh, I've got plug and play for the scene. She pulls out her own phone. Oh, hell no, not today, Satan. And immediately goes to fucking access his phone because she can tap into pretty much anything, whether or not she should be able to.
Give me in Wit's computers because it is encrypted.
He encrypted his shit? That is some bullshit.
He's a La Sombra. He encrypted his shit.
He's a dick. That is a botch.
Good luck activating his phone for the rest of the scene.
She looks about ready to pitch her phone against a wall. It's no, fuck it. Goes for the tablet. She is fucking dead set.
You botched, though, sadly.
I know. She's going to keep trying, though. I know that she, mechanically, I can't make another roll, but she's going to blame the phone.
You just keep making the same firewall. You just keep hitting it. You can't get through it. It's just fucking impossible.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
The man begins to pull away.
But there's still only one person in the car.
Only one.
She is Not okay, but it's still. You know what? You know what? How new is this car?
Hmm?
How new is this car?
Very new. Straight out the model, straight out the factory, you think?
She's gonna be a dick because she's mad and she can't get into his phone.
Okay.
You know the best way to total a car these days?
Okay.
Fry the fucking computer in the car that keeps track
Okay.
of literally everything.
Give me a wits computer check.
Ooh, she mad. Is there anything I can use? Let me check what this does. You know what? Yeah, this is a terrible idea. I'm going to try this first. So, what's computers again? Please work better this time. That would be great. I'd love to not be the worst glasswalker. That is 2 successes.
The car stops.
I don't know if she can, with plug and play, can fry it, but she can turn it off.
The car stops, and the man stares at it confused as he gets out of the car. You see Vincent literally coming out of the shadows, and he sees him. You see Undergrowth dropping down as they're getting ready to shift forms, and the man looks right at you and smiles. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Claps his hands together. There's a massing wall of shadow engulfs Vincent, Undergrowth, and you. Roll me your willpower.
Oh, no.
Diff 8. Actually, roll me your rage. Roll me your rage. Roll me your rage.
I ain't got a lot of that.
Yep, roll me your rage. Not the Fox Frenzy.
I don't even know whether I'm aiming for high or low. It's 1 success.
What's the phase of the moon?
Let me look. It is currently a crescent moon.
Okay, you don't Fox Frenzy. I gotta roll these 2 guys. Ow. That frenzy check, Katie.
Wow.
Ooh.
It would normally be diff 7. I have no idea whether good or bad or what.
Yeah, up 10 reduces the diff. You see Undergrowth shoot off in Lupus running for his life. But he can't find out where he's going. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You are blind. You are stumbling around. Like, you're almost panicking because you can feel this thing almost like the weight of it's about to like crush you, essentially.
She is still... Oof. Can she try to stumble out of it and throw off another gift real fast?
You got to give me a wit survival check, DC 9, to get out of this fucking shadow. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You're not sure where the fuck you are.
Ooh, and actually I have extra survival now. Fuck, yes.
DC 9.
That's okay. I just... Ooh. 1 whole success.
You managed to find your way to what you think is the stairs. You can bleakly see, but my God, that you feel like as if I need you to make me a stamina check. See how you're doing.
Not good, Bob.
Take 4 bashing.
Oh, Jesus.
As you feel like literally this thing is sucking the life out of you. Like, I mean, you're like, as you finally get out.
That escalated quickly.
And you can see, you're like, because it took some time, due to the modicum of successes. He's gone.
Yeah, but that car is a exterminator. She is going to fire off blindly, but she's going to try real hard. It's not a good idea because it costs a willpower point, which I'm about to toggle.
What are you doing?
I want to control Simple Machine to see if I can factory reset his phone.
But he's not there anymore.
I mean, I can't see him. I have no idea.
I don't think you can. I think it has to be line of sight for control Simple Machine, doesn't it?
I have no idea. Hold on.
You have to see the object.
I don't know if you have to see it or just... I didn't copy it. So, okay. Fair enough.
And plus you botched as well, so like you can't use... Oh no, that's just for the gift, no. But I think you have to be... Yeah, I think you have to see what you're working with controls, because it's Simple Machine, from what I understand of it. I think that's the Adrian one, is the complex one you can do it without being near it, essentially.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. I'll take it.
He's gone. Vincent eventually stumbles out of the mass as well, like gasping for air. Jenny's running over like she's speeding over.
Shit. We haven't even accounted for the other one yet. She's, Jesus Christ. I don't want Jenny close. Actually, I do. I want her in line of sight so I can see if something happens. Because that guy already proved that he could fucking just appear wherever he wanted. So
she
yeah,
she skids over in the car, you know, like the car just skids over.
Oh god, can I get to the car without having to go back through that wall?
The wall of Smashing Shadow is now gone. As if the parking lot was completely clear. You see one of the people up on the top floor has passed out. He's just lying down on the ground. It looks like an ordinary guy who just got caught in it. He's barely breathing.
But he's breathing, right?
Mm-hmm. He just looks like, more or less like you did, like his breathing is ragged. You don't know where the fuck Undergrowth went. But you saw that's a fox frenzy. You even felt that urge to run as well. Vincent is coughing, you know.
She is... Oh, god damn it. She's a bleeding heart. She's gonna vault up the stairs for this guy who's out cold and frisk him for a phone.
You eventually find a phone, yes.
She will just pull her sleeves down over her fingers, flick it open, dial the emergency number, and kind of yell into it. There's a guy here who needs medical attention. I'm leaving the phone on so you can track it. It's this apartment complex. And just sets it down and vaults down to get in the car.
The question of the day is, are you not going to try check the apartment? Question of the day.
Oh. Yeah. She'll vault down and poke her head in.
Everything is dead in there. Blood, guts. It's visceral.
Yeah, she does this with, again, her hand, like her sleeve pulled down over her hand, kind of pulls it open.
Written on the side of the wall as you open the front door and the living room door is Damios lives.
Oh shit.
The man who you saw answer the door, he is split in 7 ways in this visceral explosion. As if literally his entire body was just crushed. Nothing is left alive in that room. You can even see bodies laying in from the other rooms as well. Ripped apart.
Oh, God. She is going to try not to lose her lunch, first and foremost.
Roll me your willpower, because my God. You know what I mean? Woo! That's all I'm saying.
That is one whole success.
You nearly do.
Swallow it back down. And put a hand over her nose and mouth and quickly, because it's going to take even emergency response. It'll take them time to get there. So she is going to carefully step in, pull out her phone, and take pictures of the whole fucking thing.
You do. It's, oh God, do you want to get sick?
She really does. And she's probably going to, but not in here. Like, she gets to the point where she, like, just straight holds her breath because it's easier to hold everything down if there's nothing else traveling through the passages. Just...
You eventually hear Vincent, Charlotte, we gotta go!
Yeah, she'll bolt out. She'll even leave the door open. The fucking police are probably gonna find. No, she'll pull the door shut and yeah, bolt to the car. She will have been careful not to step into any viscera.
I would say you'd be able to take pictures from the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you were trying to actively go into the bedrooms and do it, then we
Nope.
would have an issue.
Nope. She got the general idea and she got the note on the wall. She closes the door and she'll vault into the car. So and you know what? She had that trash bag full of paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she didn't put the brick in there. She's gonna upchuck into the bag.
So as you speed off, the camera pans away as the man in black approaches, kneels down before his sire, lounging down on a couch. And the man looks up and says, "Message has been received." The silver-haired man will smile. Damios lives, and this is where the scene will end.